high school, but it really changed my life. I never found a sport that I was passionate about, and it wasn't until I finally listened to my dad to try out tennis. He is a tennis player himself and told me I'd really like the sport because you get to play by yourself and you don't have to work with teammates. I ended up trying out the sport, and it truly changed my life. I practiced 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, and I really found a love for the game. Today I want to share my love with tennis with you guys, and I'm going to teach you guys how to serve a tennis ball. People argue that serve is the most important part of the game because it is what starts off the point. In an article by Thornton Wise posted on Statistia on March 3, 2016, 18 million people play tennis within the United States. Tennis is not just a sport, but it's also a great way you can play with workers or your boss, or just play it for fun on a Sunday. So I'm going to teach you how to serve in three different ways, or break it up into 3 ways. First, I'm going to do the stance, then I'm going to do the back edge, and third, the flick of the wrist. So first, I'm going to start with the stance. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and then after I'm going to have you guys stand up and try it out too. So in an interview with Rolling Stone, Serena Williams told author Jen V that the stance gives the power for the serve. So as she says, you need to stand with your legs shoulder-width apart and have your weight equally distributed. By having your weight equally distributed, this will give you the balance that will give you the power to hit the ball. You also have to bend your knees slightly so that when you reach up and hit the ball that you can get more power for the ball. Second, you hold your tennis racket like this, and then you turn so that you're like clockwise from the baseline, and then you toss the ball about 1 o'clock and reach your racket so it itches the back. By reaching the racket to hit your back, it gives you the power to be able to fully go up and hit the ball. After, at the same time, while you toss the ball up at 1 o'clock and reach the racket to itch your back, you reach up so that the ball hits right in the center of the racket. It is important to have good hand-eye coordination because by hitting the ball in the center of the racket, it will give you the power to get the ball across the court. Once you hit the ball at the middle of the racket, you need to make sure that you flick your wrist because the flick of the wrist gives you the spin. According to Kenneth Jensen in Keys to the Match, he states that the flick of the wrist is super important because it's what gives you spin. And by having spin on the ball, it makes it harder for your opponents to return the hit. So now let's all stand up. And we're going to bend our knees, or make sure our legs are hip-width apart. Bend our knees slightly. And then throw up at 1 o'clock and reach back, up. Make sure you try to hit it, and then flick the wrist and follow through. Okay, try it one more time. Bend the knees slightly. Throw up at 1 o'clock. Reach up, hit, flick, and follow through. Okay, you guys can sit down. So today, now that you guys know the simple way to hit a serve, you're able to play the game. Because the game cannot start without a serve, and so it is really important that everyone knows how to serve. Next time you're bored or have nothing to do, maybe go try and play tennis because it really is a fun game. I hope through the power of serve, you guys will consider trying to give tennis a shot. Thank you.